Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel. How are we all doing tonight? I hope you're doing all right. So we are back tonight with the Team Oliver Racing GR3 League hosted by Mature Racing Club. Get yourselves over to Facebook, click all those like buttons on Team Oliver Racing and Mature Racing Club. If you want to get involved, go sign up as well to some of the leagues. Sign yourself up for this one next season. Why not? Right, so yes, we are live. I've done it wrong in the description. I've put Nurburgring GP. It's not Nurburgring GP. It is the full Nürburgring 24-hour circuit. So we've got the full Nordschleife plus the GP circuit. I will amend this after the race. I might be able to do it during. Apparently there's going to be a little bit of wet weather, so it's going to be tricky. Berg is tricky at the best of times. You've got to know this circuit inside and out. It is, what is it? It's about 21k, 20k, something like that. 13 miles, I don't know. It's pretty bloody long. These boys will be doing it in probably 5 minutes, 6 minutes-ish. Oh no, maybe a little bit longer with the GP circuit as well. Maybe 7 minutes. We'll see what sort of times they're putting in. But yes, it is the full 24-hour circuit tonight. And again, there's going to be a tiny bit of wet weather, I think. So hang on to your hats, people. It could get treacherous. So scores so far. Leading the way at the minute is Philo. He's sitting on 92 points. Gecko Racer is on 76. Second place, Potter McPot is sitting in third. He's got 74 points. We've got Brinky sitting in fourth place. He's got 52 points. We've got DIA3SP Mart in fifth with 44 points. We've got Ace Killer in sixth with 42 points. We've got NGR Jambu seventh with 34 points. WPR Millerman 8th with 32 points. We've got Fat Pickles Bro in 9th with 25 points alongside Purzel also with 25 points. 11th is Scotty. He's got 19 points. We've got Ricky J in 12th with 14 points. Muller GT 7 points for 13th. D Riddler 14th with 4 points on the board, and Slow Seamus just 4 points on the board as well. So that is points up until now so far. We've got merch still available, people. There is some stuff out in the post, so let me know if you're getting that. Stickers and t-shirts still available. Get them out before Christmas. Oosh, have some of that. Right, into the stream. Let's see who we've got in. Gecko, we've got Philo, we've got Fat Pickles, we've got Millerman, we've got Mart, we've got Jambu, we've got Potter McPot, we've got Brinky, we've got Purzel, we've got Riddler, we've got Ace Killer, we've got Ricky J, Slow Seamus, and Scotty all out on track. So almost a full lobby. So turn the nonsense on. So a long old circuit here at I forget. Apologies, it's PS5 GT7. It gives L2 doesn't do what it used to do on GT Sport. So I used to press that in and then find the driver, let go of that, and it would flick straight to that driver. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't do that, and I forget, and I flick through the drivers, and it gives you like epilepsy. So I have to just slow it down a little bit. Just slow it down a little bit. Ricky J. So livery competition still running, people. Give your comments on who you think's the best livery. The weekly winner gets a shout out from me, and the overall winner of the season. Oh, Riddler getting a little bit squirrely on the way into the Nordschleife. The winner of the season, whoever gets the most sort of comments throughout the season, whoever livery is sort of picked the most by you lot in the comments, they get 2 tickets to any British GT round they so fancy. Ooh, Riddler testing the drift capabilities of the Nissan. Right. Let's get ourselves who's out front. I'm trying to take it slow, people, so I don't give you lot some kind of cranial. Who is it? So keep your eye on those liveries, people. That's Fat Pickles all the way out front, is it, on his outlap? Look at the tyres already. 1 lap in. Well, they're not even 1 lap in. They're about 3/5. Have some of that of the way around this circuit. See, it's a little bit dark in the cockpit. Let's get ourselves outboard. Yeah, tricky circuit. I know some of these drivers have put an awful lot of time in here at Nurburgring, especially the Nordschleife section, me included. So we'll see whether all that practice has paid off tonight. I think we may still have a slight issue with anybody who driving on PS4 may be experiencing a glitch tonight. We experienced it last week. The drivers seems to only be affecting PS4 players, not PS5 players, but there does seem to be some kind of glitch where they kind of pause, the PS4 players pause on track, and you know, 1 minute you're chasing this guy down and the next minute he's kind of ghosted out and he's behind you, and it only seems to be PS4 players, only since the update as well. So we'll have to see whether that's cleared or not. There's not been an update or a patch or anything, so we'll see. Although I was watching a friend in a lobby the other night and it seemed to be all right until he pretty much crossed the line. It was bizarre, and then he glitched out. So this is what the drivers will be experiencing here tonight. You can see where they're not looking too bad at the minute. A little bit of blue skies, a touch of cloud lurking about. I have heard there is a tiny bit of weather incoming, but we'll see whether it affects the drivers. Depends which side of the circuit it comes on and where they are, I suppose. A big old track. There's plenty of mileage in between. So there are only just coming now to finish lap 1 of qualifying. I think it's a 20-minute qualifier for this particular circuit, just because the laps are so long. I mean, what are we now? 8 minutes 31 in. I mean, they've not necessarily been ragging it the whole way around, although Fat Pickles Bros tyres would tell me different. Oh, yes, you star, Dotty the first, you genius, yeah, oh, thanks. Oh, donut. Not you, me on the donut. Cheers, Dotty, you absolute legend. Now you can hear the game, can't you? Tell me you can hear the game. Is it alright over my voice? Is it too loud, too quiet? Unfortunately, since reinstalling my other streaming card, it's it's gone a bit haywire, so I can't actually cut the sound. I can't cut the sound out. I used to be able to just, you know, go through the stream starts and all the intros and stuff like that without this in the background, but for some reason it's now decided it's going to throw itself across every channel I've got. So right, I have to mute it. So when I mute it, and I obviously I'm yapping into the mic, I can hear it through my headphones, but it's muted through the stream. But yeah, yes, Dotty, genius. So yeah, keep an eye on those liveries, people. Like I say, the winner per week gets a little bit of a shout out from me, and the overall winner over the series is going to get pair of tickets to any of the GT races across the UK. British GT, one of our faves, as you can see, but that's what we're racing in. Always go up to Donington when it's on up there. It's spectacular, to say the least. So it's down to you guys. Andre, evening, brother. Where's your boy? Here he is. Oh, he's actually spelt his name tonight. A-C-E-K-I-L-L-A, not A3JZ, whatever the hell it is. It probably is in Dutch. There he is. So it was a toss-up last week, actually. The livery comp does get a bit of a shout-out to this man here, Ace Killer. And then the other man, where's he gone? Pinkmobile, Ricky J, he gets another shout. So it's a few drivers in the competition so far. It is really, where's he gone? He's the next man down. Here he is, DIA 3SP Mart. He got an awful lot of shout outs for the first couple of rounds, so he's kind of leading the way at the minute. Marco's driving the Jaguar every week. Let's just keep our eye on Mart and see what it's like for him. He is one of the PS4 players that was affected last week. That strange glitch, as was his killer. So, and it is a bizarre thing. It's literally the game pauses, the car stops on track instantaneously, and then there's a big pile of sparks, and then the car carries on. Possibly have been just that particular circuit. We have had glitches in the past on GT Sport where which track is it? Goodwood, for instance. We always seem to have glitches when we race the minis there. When I've raced, when I've been commentating over the P1 boys, they've had races there, and I've lost drivers completely. As in, you know, I can't see them on track. They're not showing up anywhere, but they're actually leading the race. I'm looking at a completely different driver who's in first, but he's not. People that are stuck in the pits. We've got, yeah, it's all sorts of things used to happen at Goodwood. It seems to be a tricky one for most leagues. It's a good circuit as well. Makes some awesome racing, does Goodwood. Get a bit punchy through the end of the circuit as you come back final corner through the chicanes, but we're not on there tonight. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so there you go. That is the glitch. We've just experienced it live on board the DIA 3SP Mart. So if you've seen that from this perspective, or this perspective, you probably would have seen a great big pile of sparks and the car kind of pause on track. On board for a little while, and he didn't get too much of it. We've only seen the one glitch so far. Did seem to be getting an awful lot more at Tokyo last week, but again, it could just be that circuit. Anyway, that's enough of you, Mark. We've been looking at you enough. The Riddler in the Skyline as well. You're sharing the livery, aren't you? Who are you sharing a livery with? Is Nurburgring GT. Is he not? I've not seen him in the lobby tonight. Is he not in? Let's have a quick flick through. Don't remember seeing him in the list. I don't remember flicking by him on circuit. We'll get round to every other driver. Ace Killer, the other driver affected by that glitch. Has been through every reset, every configuration jiggle that you could possibly make, to the point where it could have been firmware on his wheel, so we've updated that. It's oh, there you go. Yeah, so Ace Killer's still being affected with by it. No patch available then at the minute. Ace Killer gets a little bit sideways out of the carousel. Going to see Millerman tonight. A bit darker on circuit. No more blue skies, look. Not on this particular bit of circuit, anyway. So, rain could be coming. Possible. Catch Purcell getting it off track, off into the wall as well. Luckily picks up no damage through there. Here is the rain, you can see it coming now. These drivers out on soft tyres as well, halfway around the Nordschleife. It's going to get interesting now, people. The drivers just coming up to that long start-finish straight will be praying to whatever gods they pray to, and thanking them for putting them in a decent position, close enough to the pits that they've only got this sort of long straight to attack. I'll turn down the cars a bit, can't hear you very well now. Alright, yeah, that's doable, mate. Bosh, how's that? Could bring the mic closer to me, gob. So yeah, out on this long straight then. Again, Fat Pickles Bro will be appreciating the fact that the rain's coming down. Oh, look at his tyres. Pit not too far away, but this is a hot lap, so again, they've got to cross the line. They can't come in the pits. Got to start putting in those times. Almost into the wall there for Fat Pickles. Yeah, so bypasses the pits, comes across the line. Let's see what times people start putting in then. Gecko Racer already across 8 minutes 10.4 for Gecko. Velo comes through though to take top spot, 8:05.4. 5 seconds quicker than Gecko. Oof. Brinky comes through to take third then, 8:13.5. Again, these positions may change. Oh, we're just doing one out lap and one hot lap, are we? We are 18 minutes in. I suppose it's going to be 25, nearly half an hour qualifying if we don't do this. So Jambu sneaks into fourth. We've still got drivers out on track, so again these positions may change. It's a full 1 hour endurance tonight. The drivers do have to use 3 compounds of tyres. I think they've got the wets and inters available if they so wish. But I've been told that from the weather radar that it's only going to be a short burst at some point throughout the hour. We don't know where, we don't know when, but I have been told it's going to not be very long. Bit more, Andre. Demanding. Bosh. Better? All you can hear is me now because nobody's driving, look. Drivers in the pits, so still got drivers out on circuit. Who have we got left? Hazel's come across the line. Who's that? Has just come flying through. It's Ace Killer. Ricky J opted for the hard tyre. Has that benefited him? What's he on now? 8:44. No. 1:02. Well, exactly the same as his previous lap. Mart just coming up. He's on an 8:15.16. So big time differences here at Nurburgring 24-hour. Again, it is a tricky circuit. Different tyre strategies on some drivers. A lot of wear differences across these cars as well. Who else have we got left out on circuit? Come on, here we go. Riddler. It's on an 8:26.27 already. It's on 8:39. So that is it. It is Gecko on pole. Again, that doesn't work, does it? It's Gecko on pole then. Jambu in second position. Is it? Have drivers chucked themselves? Philo. So people could be anywhere because people jump in the pits and don't let me read out the times before they jump in the pits. Philo. Every week, Philo. You can stay 11th now, Philo. Tell the lobby host. So again, a 1 hour endurance coming up. 3 compounds of tyres to be used, starting at 20:55. So we've got a 3-minute wait until lights out. So I've got to waffle about something then, really, haven't I? Where's that view? So we can do some livery looking. Brinky's Nissan. A few drivers opting for the Nissan this season. I think it did get a mid-season boost as well, I think, as did the Jag. There's a Gecko's livery. A lot of these drivers spend an awful lot of time putting these things together. You know, a lot of people say it's only a game, but you know, oh, is that Maniac? Is that Fat Pickles going the wrong way? McLaren of Millerman. Looking good. Someone in the background trying to take out a set of tyres. Slow Seamus, I think. Scotty in the Jag. Oh. Too close to the edge of the circuit. Good though, Fat Pickles. Again, Riddler shares a livery with Muller GT, who's unfortunately not racing tonight. Bucky, evening brother. I'm all good, pal. I'm hoping you're alright too. What's going on down here, look? Ace Killer comes torpedoing in. so does Fat Pickles, bro. Oh, there's the IA3 SP Mark trying to take people out. This is what happens when drivers get bored and have no, you know, cost for damage and stuff. But you've seen Riddler sitting here all calm, nice. Fat Pickles is saying, yeah, not having any of that. You're getting involved, lad. You bleeders. Pinkmobile. Duracell Bunny, sponsored by Ann Summers, or is it Ann Summers sponsored by the Dark Smoker? Oh no, Duracell, there you go. Looking good. Slow Seamus in the Mercedes. Livery also looking good. Spent a bit of time on that by the looks of it. Pot, we're not going to get to see his livery, but not yet. Well, anyway, he's in the pits, and the same for Purcell. Doesn't give me that option. Pit drivers hanging in there, yeah. And we'll need the summer to come back, mate. We need some of those British GT meetups again, buddy. Andre, when you're coming back to the UK, come when the British GTs are on at Donny. We'll take you up, Donny. Still causing chaos. Where's Sensible Man? Oh, Riddler's. I thought Sensible Man Riddler was being sensible, but he's not. He's decided to throw himself into the melee. Bucky gonna give look to all drivers. Yeah, they are gonna need it. Again, especially if there's any kind of inclement weather. Inclement weather, sorry, not increment. Maniacs. Yeah, it could get real tricky for some of these drivers out here. We'll have to see how their tyres will get on as well. Again, during qualifying, after one lap, it was like, really ought to think about pitting, really. Nice little pirouette from Ricky J. These drivers do race with each other an awful lot, so there's not no malice involved, as you can tell. Otherwise you'd have people leaving the lobby and stuff like that. Nah. Alright, I've got to come out and then go back in. Otherwise I lose the cameras. Right. Here we go then. 1 hour endurance. Just about to call. Not for a bit. Having Duco come over for Christmas. Oh, nice. Don't give me that view. I don't want that view. Oh, you sod. Still got to come out. Gecko then firing himself up the inside of Philo. Has he just got himself through? Right, I've got to leave and come back because it's stolen me cameras. There we go. See, giving my cameras back. I've got drivers kicking up the dust through there. Looks like we've got a diesel running through the field, but it is Philo leading the field. Potter has got himself through into second position. Brinky into third. Gecko fourth. Jambu fifth. Duco sixth. Mart seventh. Wiss. You Fat Pickles? Yes. He was 8th, but he's now 9th. He's soon going to be 10th if Purcell has his way. Scotty's managed to get through into 8th position. Also in the Jag. Purcell then slots his way past Fat Pickles into 9th. Wiss, for some reason, or Fat Pickles in 10th. D Riddler in 11th. Millerman in 12th. Ricky J 13th. And Slow Seamus at 14th. Let's get the nonsense on. See, I have to reset everything. You stupid game. Philo already pulling a lead. Look, a second as they come through the chicane on the first lap of this circuit. We'll see on the medium tyres. So instead of going right there, we turn left onto the Nordschleife. Potter still holding that second position. Brinky still third. Gecko fourth. Too bad now on board with Potter. trying to chase down Philo. 1.1 seconds down at the minute. He's got a mirror full of Brinky, Gecko and Jambu as well. Medium tyre on board for Potter for the first stint too. Philo just finding that little bit of time again. 1.1 seconds. Keeping the power down through there. Potter starts closing the gap. Difficult circuit to overtake on as well. You've got to know this circuit like the back of the hand. You've got to trust the driver that you're overtaking is not knows the circuit as well as you do and knows that you're coming and all that sort of stuff. You know, otherwise it's a case of just sitting back, hanging behind the driver until you get onto that long straight. But then you know, the next driver just sits behind you for the next lap and waits for that long straight. It's a difficult circuit, so Potter closing the gap. Let's get ourselves out and see what's happening elsewhere on the field. Brinky closed up on Potter. Third then. Jambu 1.1 back now, slowed down a little bit. Gecko racing behind him now in fifth, so lost another position, Gecko. So softs on for Jambu, mediums on for Brinky. Yes, so Jambu on the softs, he needs to make those work. Early on, Gecko in fourth, apologies, fifth. Medium tyre, looking good. Ace Killer 6 on the medium tyre. Purzel right behind him in 7th on the softs. Pickles Bro in 8th on those mediums. The IA3SP Mart on the mediums as well in 9th. Scotty 10th on the softs. Millerman 11th on the mediums. Riddler 12th on the mediums. Mickey J on the hards in 13th. And Slow Seamus on the mediums. A little way back Slow Seamus already. I think he lost a lot of time quite early on in this race in the first lap on the GP circuit. Philo then up front finding a little bit more time over Potter. Again, Potter's under all sorts of pressure from Brinky. It's gone a little bit dark. A little bit of blue sky left there, look. Part of the circuits. He's Nissan not able to use the toe on Potter. They are keeping Philo up front just in sight, but it does look like he's maybe not. Maybe he got that corner a little bit wrong. Just looked like closed up and in a little bit through that little section there. Jambu then on the softs in 4th, Gecko 5th. 8 seconds back now. Ace Killer 6 at 4.1 back. Again, possibly suffering from this pause glitch thing that's going on. Purzel 7th. Is Mart in 8th. Just coming through the carousel. Fat Pickles in 9th. Scotty in 10th. From Scotty and Riddler is Fat Pickles. Riddler looking for a way through, nowhere to go at the minute. Again, it's not the driver I wanted. Very dark. There you go, that's a bit better. Yeah, it's a tricky, especially now you're running 3 long. It's well, you've just got to be on it with the braking, on it with the cornering, because it becomes a concertina effect, doesn't it? Last thing you want to do is pile into this driver in front, send him into the driver in front, and all 3 of you end up with damage. Not a great experience behind the wheel. A little bit squirrely there for Riddler on the way through. Back to Scotty and Fat Pickles, not doing too bad at the minute, loses a little bit of time through there. Should be able to close that back up though. Oh, Scotty. Oh, that Jaguar almost sent him to heaven. Oh, he's still trying. It's behind the wheel, I think. Come on. Trying to calm it down, getting it back into line. Come on, you damn it. Oh, there you go. Tiny little bit of contact between these two. Oh! There does go Scotty. So he's ended up with rear end damage. His tyres are softs, yeah. So just coming up to finish lap 1. But he might gain that place back. Riddler's just got the chicken shank neck wrong. Not to give Scotty a toe either. Millerman then 12th. Let's get ourselves back outboard. Ricky J in 13th. Slow Seamus. Oh, we just catch him going off track. Again, difficult circuit if you don't know it. 14th. No Bob tonight. Bob said he was going to pop in, but it doesn't look like he's turning up. So as they cross the line to finish lap 1, Philo then 2.7 seconds. Potter under threat for second. Sorry, Brinky then steams around the outside, or he's trying into turn 1. Give me that camera. Does get in front of Potter, but Potter gets a better exit through that corner and manages to retake that second position. Jambu as well, looking for a way past. Again, he's on these soft tyres. Slots through then. Potter is holding that second. Can Jambu make those softs work for him and take that off him? Let's give him the slower option for tyres. Ooh, slings one up the inside of Potter. A tiny bit of contact, but was enough room up the inside. Potter still holds on to it for the time being. Again, tricky circuit here, the Nurburgring. Tricky circuit, more well known than the Nordschleife. A lot of people get fed up with the Nordschleife because they get it wrong, they crash. So they get frustrated and walk away and just oh, I hate Berg. Honest to God, I would say to get anywhere near good, and I'm not saying I'm good, 2 years. To know every corner, to remember it. Well, maybe not 2 years, because I wasn't doing it as much as some of the other people I was up against, but maybe not 2 years, but an awful long time you've got to spend on this circuit. Just plug away at it, remember which corners come in next, know which gear you've got to be in. It all just becomes muscle memory after a while. Like I say, I probably couldn't even get it around a circuit now. I've not turned a wheel in probably 2 years, so it's enough of that. Potter's under some pressure still here on board with Brinky, looking at Jambu and Potter having a battle all the time. Philo is just disappearing off. Jambu now having a look around the outside of Potter. This is going to be interesting. Oh, he backs off. Brinky thinks about a move, but again, you're not going to get too wide through there without causing some kind of chaos. Got to think about another position then, Jambu and Brinky, if they're going to do it. It's a bit of a run down towards this hairpin if you're brave enough, but you have got to be absolutely committed. Just slingshot up the inside if you can get the braking bang on. But again, these drivers, everybody sort of pro level really. I know we've got pro and pro-ams running in this lobby, but they're all pretty good. Again, I think Slow Seamus might disagree, but I don't think he's a fan of Nurburgring at all, to be honest. There were swear words in the chat when it was mentioned that it was Nurburgring. Might have been all the swears, probably in various languages. Keeping it pretty tight though, these three. Let's go and see what else is happening. Oh, there's Gecko still hanging on to the back end of these three. It's only 1.1 seconds back. Ace Killer still holding 6th though. So with or without glitch, he's holding that position well. 9.9 seconds behind Gecko. There's Mark not too far behind him as well. Also doing all right with or without glitch. 2.5 seconds back from Ace Killer. Just look a little bit jumpy there, Mark. Might be perfectly smooth for him and everyone else. Fat Pickles then 8th. 6.6 seconds back from Mart. Was having a bit of a battle with him earlier on. Scotty 2.9 seconds back, so he's managed to get himself away from Riddler, and it was those three, wasn't it? It was Fat Pickle, Scotty and Riddler. Oof. It was a little bit off circuit there, Riddler. It's going to be slow. Lap 2, everybody's tyres absolutely battered. Even the mediums are saying, no, not having that. Oof, not on Millerman's car, look at that. Still got plenty of fuel on as well, has Miller. Hard's on for Ricky J, they're still looking pretty good as well. See how long he makes those last. Purzel. Why are you on intermediates, Purzel? There was talk of rain, like less than a quarter of an hour, less than 10 minutes sort of rain. I think Inters might have been a little bit of an overcorrection there. Yes, the sun's out, and it is Slow Seamus, a hater of hates of Nurburgring. Mercedes sideways quite nicely. Again, it's a tricky circuit if you really don't know it. It's just that, you know, it is frustrating. It is frustrating because oh yeah, I've got this one, I've got this, and the tiniest little, because obviously you'll be racing the first bit of this circuit so many times you'll get it perfect. You'll be carrying all that speed. Yeah. I've got this bit. I've got this bit. I've got this bit, and then you'll get into the sections that you don't know so well, but you're still carrying the same sort of speed, and then BAM! You'll stick it in the wall because of a tiny little mistake, which will make you fling your PlayStation pad across the room, possibly smash your TV, and kick the dog. Allegedly. Two drivers on Inters. Who else is on Inters? Which are the maniacs on Inters? I only saw one driver on Inters. Jambu may as well be on Inters. The softs are absolutely smashed after almost 2 laps. Gecko has managed to get himself past Brinky though on those mediums. Still trying to find this second driver on Inters. I think, I'm sure I only saw one driver. Mediums for Diddler, mediums for Millerman. J on the hards, Inters for Purzel. Yeah, it is just Purzel on Inters. Unless Slow Seamus came out on Inters, has been in the pit, but I don't think he has because he's not. So he hasn't. Don't even know if that makes sense. Look at the stomp that Philo's put in. Look, it's like they've shut the track for him. Oh. Not. There is Potter, 6.3 seconds behind. Oh, there is a little bit of rain. There's a little bit of rain, people. Did Jambu pull it out of the bag? Did he know the rain was coming this early? Sorry, Purzel. Look, his car's all of a sudden looking faster. Oh no, we've lost the driver. DIA 3SP Mart has either glitched himself out of the room. He was looking a little bit jumpy on some of these corners. Oops. So he might have just been booted. I'm hoping it's not a rage quit. depends how bad his glitching is. Oof, we've got Scotty in the pits. Got Jambu coming in the pits. Was it? Yes, it was. He comes out on the inters then, so we'll see how long this rain lasts. Oof, a 3-minute penalty. You crossed the pit line, didn't you? Naughty, naughty Jambu. So drivers opting to change to the inters. Again, the rain might only be on this particular part of the circuit. The rest of it might be dry. The bar you can see to the left of your screen at the bottom next to the race timer, that does show you how much grip is represented on the circuit. Obviously the tyre wear is the tyre wear, but the little bar next to that is how much grip there is on the circuit. So obviously if it's raining, that grip will be that grip bar will be right up, because it'll be lack of grip, if you like. It'll be asking for the inters. See. So that throws the tyre regs and rules completely out the window now, I think. I'm not too sure whether it's just a free-for-all on tyres, especially as it's Nurburgring and it takes like forever to get back to the pits and your tyres are smashed. So Philo finding a little bit more time, 7.1 seconds over Potter. Just still got a bit of breathing room. He's managed to make a break from Brinky. Brinky slowed down loads, in fact. Gecko Racers got past him into third, 1.3 back. Brinky struggling somewhere, 2.5 seconds down from Gecko. Nice Killer into 5th position. So with Jambu coming in the pits, that allows Ace Killer up and a couple of other drivers up as well. Fat Pickles and Riddler. Now, what will the other drivers? So there's still a little bit of rain coming down. I just saw that on Ace Killer's screen, but will it last? I can't see the weather radar, so I can't give you an accurate look at it. Jambu's still holding that penalty. He's not dropped that. Is there a penalty? I think there is. There's a penalty area on circuit, isn't there? See, it's not looking too bad now weather-wise. It looks, I'm not seeing any rain coming down on screen. Let's just jump on board and see what it's like. Is there anything on the screen? No. Might have to smash the wipers on. Did seem to be only over on the GP end of the circuit. Up there, Slow Seamus. It still looks dry over here as well. So was it a mistake for Purcell? There's no wear on his tyres, but he's not putting in great lap times. Must be struggling a little bit on those, especially for the first couple of laps. Fresh mediums on for Scotty. He decided not to opt for the wet option. Some drivers' tyres looking better than others. Millerman's. Oh! Jambu. The inters. He spun himself up and into the wall. He's picked up a little bit of rear right damage. He's still got that great big 3-second penalty to lose as well. That's dented this lap good and proper. Fat Pickles just 2.3 seconds behind as well. His mediums are pretty much gone. But they might might still be faster than Jambu's Inters. What is he, just 2 seconds down there? Looks like they still are quicker. Scotty J then on his fresh mediums. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any rain on circuit at the minute, Bucky. Oh, just catch Ricky J almost running it off circuit. Almost going through the exact same point wrong. Again, on the Inters, Slow Seamus on those worn out mediums. A long way back though for Slow Seamus. Sticking with it. Philo then still leading 8.1 seconds. Pot comfortably in second. 1.4 seconds back is Gecko Racer in third. Ooh, get Brinky, hold on to it. Brinky then almost off track there, just catching, wiggling about. Background of Gecko's shot, foreground of Gecko's shot. Tyres looking very worn out. Ace Killer's looking worn out. Seems to be losing a lot of time to those drivers in front. It could be jumping through there. Could be down to the glitching. It could just be down to his absolutely beating up tyres. Nobody around him really for Ace Killer. 17.9 or 18 seconds back from Brinky in fourth, and Riddler is 24 seconds back in sixth. Millerman's tyres looking pretty good though still, only half worn on those. Yeah, you can see that little bar to the left of the tyres there on Millerman's screen is now completely at the bottom, which means full grip. Soft if you got them, I suppose. Jambu then. Inters, was it a mistake? It looks like it was. We have got race leader in the pits now, Potter. Pot follows him in. Gecko Racer, first, second and third, all come in this lap. I would expect so as well. I can imagine most drivers are going to come in. Oh, here we go. So this is the penalty being lost on board with Jambu. It cost him more than 3 seconds, that's for sure. So he's now got to get back up to speed. All over the back of Millerman. Millerman has just got past him, I think. So, Ace Killer in the pits, Brinky in the pits, Philo comes back out then. Fresh set of racing mediums on for him. That's not what I meant to do. An elbow thump. Goes for not quite a full tank of fuel. Potter McPot now goes for the intermediates himself. Interesting choice. Gecko's gone for the inters. Maybe these boys know something I don't. I think he just gets past him though on the pits. Did I just see a little wobble of rain coming across the screen? Anything. Nobody with the wipers blazing anyway. So Jambu might have played an ace if he'd come in early on those inters, and they work out for him now. Scotty's medium starting to show a bit of wear in seventh. Managed to hold himself in 8th position ahead of Riddler, out on a fresh set of racing mediums himself. Riddler, fresh set of racing mediums. Pickles has gone for the hard tyre stint 2. Purcell in the pits, getting rid of those inters this lap. Ricky J changing his hards. Taking on board all the fuel there, Ricky J. Rent that space, look. Purcell follows him out. Inter's on again for Purcell. Ricky J's gone for the hards. Slow Seamus a long way back. We're dreaming of a pit stop with those tyres. Look at the lead Philo's got. He did take on a little bit less fuel than everyone else, so managed to gain some seconds in that pit stop. 15.2 seconds up front he is. Medium tyres on board. Brinky on the mediums. Faster tyre. Pot. Oh, he's made a mistake, has he? Just back up to speed. Gecko Racer gets past. So Potter on those inters has got a little bit of front end damage. Gecko also on the inters, but it looks like they are a lot slower than the mediums at the minute. Do they know that the weather's coming? I don't know. He's already here on the far side of the circuit and we don't know about it yet. Starting to look a little more cloudy and foggy on circuit. There's still a nice dry line here though at Nurburgring. To do again then. Was holding second. Oh, that's an interesting view. Gran Turismo. Oh, there comes the rain. Here comes the rain then. So they did know something I didn't. Let's see what happens to drivers like Brinky and Philo. Oof. Now they're on these mediums in these wet conditions. Wipers on then for Philo. Has he got to take his time? Can he keep the pace? Will the inters come into their own now? Still, that grip bar on the left is showing nothing, so starting to raise though as the rain gets more. Here it is. Still 16.3 second lead at the minute for Philo. Brinky still another 15 seconds ahead of Gecko. First of the drivers on those inters. Gorilla Gaz, evening brother. So, how are they getting on? Still both 16-second gaps between them. The inters are not able to close up just yet. So halfway through this 1 hour endurance, 30 minutes and 30 seconds gone. It is Philo leading. He has led from the start. He's just been pulling time every minute he's been going around this circuit. Currently holding 17.5 second lead on a set of pretty fresh mediums in the wet. Got Brinky behind him on a fresh set of mediums as well. Gecko Racer behind in third on a set of inters. Ultimate Pot getting it wrong early on in this lap, put it in the wall or something. Now back on the hunt for his second position, possibly first if Philo makes any kind of mistake. All these inters work for them. Potter is closing the gap back up on Gecko. Philo's always been a machine. Plus he weighs about as much as the PlayStation pad I'm holding. Drivers on these medium tyres, I was going to say, were losing time still. Look, Philo's pulled 25 seconds over Brinky. Brinky has just made a mistake somewhere. He's Lost a lot of time to Gecko, about 3 seconds, 4 seconds. I just saw it flick over to the 17-second mark. Now it's down to 12.5. It's a little bit of spray being kicked up. Time to Gecko. Potter McPot lost that time again then to Gecko. Ace Killer holding 5th but under pressure from Jambu. So on the Scotty in the background. Scotty no on the mediums. Possibly trying to keep up with drivers on the inters through the wet section and just gets it a little bit wrong through one of those corners and puts it in the wall. So Ace Killer holding that 5th, but Jambu right behind him. Both drivers on the inters. Ace Killer's looking a lot better. The rain absolutely pouring down on this part of the circuit. There is Jambu. You can only just see him. He's trying to have a look. Let's get a different view on here. Look up towards the shank, but Ace Killer gets it just in front. Maybe a tiny little love tap on the rear end for Ace Killer there from Jambu, but both drivers unscathed and back on circuit. And the chase is on. Jambu, can he use the toe to close up on Ace Killer and go for the move on this long straight? What happened, Mark? What happened? I know there was a bit of glitching. Closes up and over the hill they go. Can Ace Killer defend it? Jambu's looking for a way past, no way now. Coming to the S's on the run up to the end of this circuit. Jambu just has to hold on. Might try and make a bit of a move down this start finish straight. Ooh, thinks about to look through that final corner, but Ace Killer shuts that option off for him. Now too far back for that move is Jambu. Now then, in front, Brinky has got it all wrong somewhere. Ah, there you go. That's what he's struggling with, getting the power down on this Nissan. On those mediums in these wet conditions, he's dropped down to 4th. Ace Killer then, and the drivers behind on those inters might make short work of Brinky. Struggling. Pot and Gecko Racer go through. There they are down in the hairpin. Pot managed to pull that gap back on Gecko as well. There was it glitching, Mar, or was it glitch loads then disconnect? Yeah, you did look a tiny bit jumpy, you know, prior to the glitching. Mistake now, 5 seconds back. There he is, just coming through that corner. But struggling on those medium tyres. But let's see what Philo's doing. Let's see where Gecko is. 23.7 seconds. The gap still between Philo and Gecko, even on those medium tyres. Philo just he's struggling a tiny bit. A little bit wide through there, so the wet is still catching him out. But he is taking his time, not spinning the rear up quite so much as Brinky. Possibly different setups. Way off in the distance then, all these other drivers, 21.9 seconds back. But they are closing up slowly but surely. They're taking little bits out of Philo's lead. Moisture on circuit. Another half a second out of that time for Gecko Racer. Still got a mirror full of Potter McPot as well in 3rd. Yeah, we'll make a weekend of it next year or something, Andre. Key on those mediums then, still holding 4th position. Ace Killer has managed to fend off a Jambu and pull some time over him, so still holding 5th. Now 3.1 seconds. Ooh, that could be an option. That could be an option, Andre. Le Mans. So Jambu not able to close up. His inters were a little bit older than Ace Killer's, so Scotty also been struggling a little bit on the mediums in these wet conditions. So, sideways out of the hairpin. Coming under threat from Millerman here then in the McLaren. Nearly call that Aston then. Closing up then, racing mediums as well for Millerman, just 1.2 seconds back. On the mediums as well, 5.2 seconds back. Oh, was that a driver just smashed into the wall? Oh, Millerman gets it wrong. Scotty, oh my, it's like synchronized spinning. Oh, Scotty struggling to get the power down as well. That's the problem with these high torque cars. Nice, you know, it's like Martin's probably the only person that eats meat. Maybe Potter. I'm veggie. Yeah, guys struggling here on these mediums. Oh, there we go. Just losing traction on the rear end of these GR3 cars. Still wet conditions here at Nurburgring. On the inters. Not so much of a mistake as we first thought. Van Pickles on the hard tyres, down in 11th position, so he must be struggling on those if they're struggling on the mediums. Ricky J in 12th on the inters. Slow Seamus in the pits now. He's had full wets on, possibly going to come in for a set of inters. It's going to cost him a lot of time though. He's a long way back anyway, is Slow Seamus, unfortunately. I don't think he likes this track too much. Ooh, there we go. So Philo. Oh, he's still struggling here, Philo. A gap down to, what was it, 16 seconds? It's now 5.2 and falling. Gecko Racer, 2nd position. Potter hanging on to his rear end for 3rd. But both closing up on Philo in front. Half a tank of fuel on board for Gecko. It's half a tank of fuel on board for Potter. Philo's probably got less because he put less in. Just over a quarter of a tank then. So what's his strategy going to be now? Now he's losing time to these drivers behind, and he's on completely the wrong tyre for the conditions at the minute. Yeah, it's ridiculous trying to get these things pointing in a straight line once they've been off circuit. Gecko runs a little bit wide there. Potto almost follows him off. There is Philo within a stone's throw of these two. He won't like that one little bit, Philo. He's had a 22-second lead at one point. Look a little bit dry here on circuit. Still showing a lack of grip on the little bar on the left. He's finding that time again then around this second part of the circuit as they come onto this final long straight. It does look a lot drier, and he is pulling time back. 4 seconds the gap has stretched to. Killer and Gecko Racer and Potter McPot have split up a little bit. Now 1.5 seconds back. Potter won't be impressed with that. He won't be in the tow range of Gecko now. NSX is quick in a straight line. He's already closing up on Gecko. Down to 1.3. The NSX pushing 169. 166 here for the Lamborghini. Extra 3 miles an hour. It did hit 170 then for a split second, so able to use the extra speed down that long straight, get himself back in touching distance. Now they drop themselves in the pits. Philo stays out though on the mediums. Follows him in. Brinky crosses the line as well. He stays out on the mediums. The Inters works on that particular lap or two to close the gap up on Philo, but they lose it all again when they come in the pits. See what tyres they come out on. Is that it for the end of the weather? It was Philo and Brinky right path with keeping the mediums on. Gecko out on the softs this stint. Potter McPot out on another set of mediums. Still a little bit of spray coming up. These two are going to have to be a little bit careful, I think, until possibly next lap. They have only got 17 minutes. Oh, there is the sun coming out. A dry line should appear then. So they've got 17 minutes left. Let's come out of this view. So we know that they can do 2 laps, at least 3 laps on a set of mediums. Philo is already to this second lap. Is it the second lap of this? Yeah, yes, because his tyres haven't worn out because he's been driving in the wet, so they've not been gripping, therefore they've not been wearing out. So his mediums have stayed pretty fresh. He's got 15 minutes left to do on a set of medium tyres. Semi-worn, but I think that's doable for Philo. Brinky again, decent looking set of mediums on. He's got a bit of a gap between himself and Gecko, 24.5 seconds. Gecko is on that medium tyre, soft tyre. Potter behind him on the medium tyre, but keeping himself right in touch with the Lamborghini in front. Gecko Racer's soft tyre to close it up on these 2 drivers in front for the last 15 minutes. 24.5 seconds. Gecko, between Gecko and Brinky. We'll keep our eye on that. 24.5. Okay. So Jambu out on the mediums. Oh, another 3-second penalty though. He's crossed that start-finish line again. Pit line. Yeah, there you go, Philo and Brinky. Jambu then gets himself into 5th, but he's got to drop that penalty at some point. He's managed to get past Ace Killer. Ace Killer now on a set of medium tyres, 10 seconds back from Jambu. He's got Riddler just 2.4 back on a semi-worn set of mediums. Fresh set on board for Ace Killer, so should be able to make those work to his advantage. Millerman, fresh set of softs on, 46 seconds back from Riddler. Can he make those work before the end of this race? Purcell in 9th position, still on the Inters. Purcell. 9th position though, Scotty in 10th. He's had a fresh set of softs put on. Fat Pickles in 11th, set of hards. He's been running those for a while, I think. J still out on the inters as well, and slow Seamus on the softs now, also holding a 3-second penalty. Nobody to overtake. He's 3 minutes back from Ricky J, 6 minutes back from race leader Philo. Here he is. So it looks like he's got plenty of fuel on to make it back to the pits. Will have to stop as well. It's what's the pit length? Just jump to Gecko. 30 seconds ish. So they might be able to close up on Brinky when they come in the pits. Both got plenty of fuel on, and then they'll be on the hunt for Philo, but he'll probably stick a fresh set of softs on, and he won't have to spend that long in the pits taking on board fuel either. Same for Brinky. Let's see if they bother to put tyres on at all. Emmanuel, how are you doing, my friend? I'm not quite sure what that thing is you've just put up on the screen. You can see some eyes on it. Like Scotty's Jag livery, do you? There you go. Where is he? Where's he gone, Scotty boy? Here he is. Let's get ourselves on that outboard view so we can have a little bit of a look. It's a tiny bit scratched up now. He's visited the wall a few times. Indicators on. Not sure where he's trying to pull off to. There you go. Scotty getting a shout out in the livery comp then. Yep. Nice looking livery that. It's a bit squirrely out of there. In 11th, a long way back then on those hards, 56 seconds down. Ricky J another 31 seconds down in 12th. Slow Seamus are 4 minutes down. Just cruising in 5th. Taking his time. Is he trying to run out the clock? A long time to do that. So we've got about 10 minutes left on the clock. See the end of this lap and one more. Philo then 16 seconds in front of Brinky. Will have to come in the pits at the end of this lap. Hopefully he doesn't run out of fuel before he gets to the end. Brinky's still got plenty of fuel on board, so he might be able to make a little bit of time up on Philo as well in that pit stop. Only pushing 149 through there, top speed. He's got his car set up for the corners then, only that real one long straight in there. So running real slow then compared to, let's say, Potter McPot. So again, he's hitting 169s down here, possibly faster now he's in the toe of Gecko. So race leader in the pits this lap. Will he bother taking on board tyres? Will he just... Oh, he is out of fuel. Did he manage to get into the pits before that happened? Has he lost a bit of time? Ricky also in the pits. He did take on board tyres. Oh, there comes Brinky. Does he bother with tyres? Yes, he does. So, Gecko Racer, they did make up that time. Gets himself into first position. Final lap of the Nurburgring here then. We've got, oh no, we might see 2 laps. That will be interesting. So Gecko Racer out front on the softs. Potter McPot in 2nd position on the mediums. Philo then on the medium tyre, the soft tyre, and a fresh set of those as well. Just a second back from the 2 drivers in front. Brinky out the pits, fresh set of softs on. Jambu stays out on the mediums. He's probably going to have to come in at the end of this lap. His Killer should be alright for the rest of this one. 6th place he's holding at the minute. Riddler in the pits. Taking on board fuel. Millerman got plenty of fuel on. Tyres looking pretty good as well. Scotty up this long straight in 9th. Sun coming back out here at Nordschleife. Herzl still rocking those inters. I'm sure he'll take those off as he comes towards the pits now then. He's got to take on board fuel anyway, so he may as well stop for a decent set of tyres instead of those inters. Maybe he'll stick another set of inters on. I think he's been on inters the whole race. On his hard tyre still, will certainly last him till the end of the race. Ricky J on the inters, looks like he might be running to the end as well. Slow Seamus on the softs. Now then, Gecko started to pull a bit of time over Potter. He's got a 2nd. Philo having a look at Potter just as we jump on board, side by side for those 2 as they run down towards this hairpin. Potter just holds on to it though. A brave move by Philo, side by side for those 2 drivers. Has another look up the inside on the exit of the hairpin. Potter's NSX though just too quick for Philo. Maybe Philo's got quicker acceleration. Potter's just a better top end, but it's not like they're working together a little bit to close the gap up on on Gecko in front. Tiny bit of bump drafting along some of these little straights. You can see there, look, Philo just come on, catch up with him. And it's working. 0.8 of a second is the gap between Potter and Gecko. Sorry, the camera's trying to run you over. 0.7. This is turning into a real good fight here then between these 3. Oh, Potter gets it wrong. Not sure whether the tiny, I didn't see if there was a teensy tiny bump draft. Too many there from Philo. He is now on the hunt for that 1st place. Again, Gecko's Lamborghini a lot quicker at top end, but Philo just seems to have his Nissan set up so well. It's definitely set up for the corners here. It's only hitting 147, 148 at top speed. We saw Potters just jiggle onto the 170 mark at one point. So a lot slower. Here comes Philo though, having a look at Gecko side by side. Gecko holds it. We need some of this view. Again, Philo closing up on Gecko. That Nissan pretty quick. It has another little look up the outside. Carries the speed through, does Philo, and look at the pace he's carrying. Definitely set up for the turns. Look at that, already almost a second out front is Philo. Got that Nissan running on rails. Pot lost a bit of time then due to that incident. 4.6 seconds down. Might come under a bit of threat again from Brinky. Brinky still 5.6 seconds back himself. Work for Potter to do then if he wants to get back involved in that fight, and the two drivers in front aren't really going to make any mistakes now they're on the soft tyres. There they go. Again, they may see one more lap here. 3 minutes left on the race clock, just over. Gap already, 3 seconds for Philo. Somebody stop him. Oh, okay, all right. There you go. I wasn't watching that, Mark. So now he's got it fully open then in spank mode. Look at it, 4.3 seconds. Nothing that Gecko can do. He's on the soft tyre. They are a little bit worn out now, but even if he had a fresh set on, I just don't think there's anybody that can touch Philo's setup at the minute on this Nissan. It's a little wheelie off there, does he? Another second that drops then. Philo 5.3 up the road, Potter now 2.7, so he is closing back up on Gecko. Even though they're on totally different tyre strategies, we have got some slower drivers coming up as well by the looks of it. Ooh, flags being waved, not sure who for. Maybe slow Seamus. Yeah, quite possibly. Yeah, Philo's just gone past, he does stay off the racing line. There goes Gecko. Oh yeah, there you go. He's still only pushing 162 though. Will he get across the line? What have we got? Yes, he will. 30 seconds left on the race clock. We're not going to see everybody cross this finish line and start another lap. Philo goes through then a 7.9 second lead over Gecko. Gecko has now got a mirror full of Pot in third place, so he'll be pushing on this final lap. Brinky 3.7 seconds down on a set of soft tyres. Might be able to make good use of those in this last stint. Jambu is going to be the first man to cross the line and complete the race then. It hits the 1 hour mark. It's almost out of fuel. Oh, slow Seamus actually. So Jambu takes 5th position then. Slow Seamus crosses the line in 13th. We lost Mark from this one unfortunately. So Slow Seamus does actually gain a position. Ace Killer then takes 6th, so hopefully had a half decent race, glitching or not. Seems alright, he knows this circuit quite well. Riddler is going to come home for 7th. We can take as long as we want looking at these drivers, big gaps. We've been looking at these guys crossing the line. Potter has taken 2nd position off of Gecko. Catch up with those guys once Riddler crosses the line. Takes 7th then. So there is Potter then. Past Gecko, 1.2 seconds up the road. It's going to be Gecko trying to get the Lamborghini sideways on this final lap. He knows he's only got Brinky behind him. Not too far back either. There he is, Brinky bolted onto the back end of Gecko then, just 1.2 seconds back. Potter pulling time. He's not able to close the gap on Philo. I don't think anybody's going to be able to close the gap on Philo. Don't even think Doctor Who and the Time Lords could do it. He's just too quick. Oh, it's absolutely kicking off a second. Gap has stretched up to 14 seconds due to these three having a bit of a punch up. It is Potter holding that second position, but Brinky is piling the pressure on. He's already got himself past Gecko. He's got to find a spot somewhere. Potter's not going to make it easy for him. He hugs the inside line. You want it? You're going to have to go around the outside, he says. Nothing at all that Gecko can do. Too wide on this circuit is enough. Thank you very much. And Brinky looks to run around the outside. Who's going to get the run on the exit? They're still side by side on the run down the hill. Looks like it's going to be Potter. He does just get himself in front. Brinky back into third position. Gecko couldn't make a head and a tail of that. Nowhere for him to go through there. Brinky has a little look up the inside again there. Doesn't quite make it work. Potter under all sorts of pressure here. Let's get ourselves on the Blam Cam. Gecko's killed his rears. Yeah, I can imagine. We saw him spinning him up. Can Brinky hook those softs up and get himself past Potter? No, he can't. He slides off onto... Oh. Hey? Okay, so it's that. It's on a timer then. It's the thing. Oh, there you go. Thought we were on for another lap. There you go. It's turning into a right old punch up. I'm upset. I'm upset about that. That would have been a real good fight between Potter and Brinky. I think Gecko's out of that one, but yeah, congratulations, Philo taking the win. Again, he led from start to finish. You know, he only lost a couple of positions at the final stint. I know. It was on the tick over time thing. I thought we was in for another lap of mayhem and chaos. I was quite happy to sit here for another 9 minutes watching these three have a fight. I really want to swear. Stupid game. That's right, Mark. Stupid game. I know. What a ruiner. What a ruiner. Gonna blame somebody, but can't. Oh, what a shame though. What a shame. That was oof. That would have been a last lap a thon. That would a thon 3000-ish. Damn it. But yes, that's oh no, I can't look at those, can I? Because I don't know where they are. There isn't anywhere to look at the view event. No, I can't. Doesn't tell me. I can't find results anywhere. But it was Philo that took the win. Probably Potter second. Gecko third, Brinky fourth-ish. There you go. Damn it. I'm a bit stumped now. I don't really know where to go with that. It's caught me out a little bit. No worries, Fat Pickles. No worries. So, there it is. Round 5. Done and dusted. You're as confused as I am. Oh, what a shame. Gutted. Nice one, Bucky. Nice one. Thanks for stopping in, brother. Make sure you click those like buttons, people. I need the algorithms to kind of see me and pump me forward, but it only works if you guys click and do and share and stuff and things. You know the jiggity jig. So yes, that was round 5 of the Team Oliver Racing GR3 League hosted by Mature Racing Club. So click all those like buttons on Facebook. Go and find the Team Oliver Racing page. Go show your support. If you get the chance, go and watch a bit of truck racing. That's what Team Oliver Racing do. They do the truck racing. It's like nothing you've seen before. So yeah, go check that out. Make sure if you fancy getting involved in some driving and some racing, go sign up to Mature Racing Club and see what's happening. Get yourself involved. I am back tomorrow night. Well, I'm actually back next week, same time, same place for round 6 of this, and then back tomorrow night at 7:45 for the DMJ Vroom Room MDCC, or Manufacturers Dual Class Championship. We are actually back in the GR3s again this week. I forget where we're from. But that's at 7:45 tomorrow night, and then 8:30 again on Monday night for the next round of the Mini Cooper Cup. That's always some good racing in that one as well. So yeah, 8:15 tomorrow. 7:45 tomorrow night, 8:30 on Monday, and 8:30 on Wednesday. That's the lineup. Come and check it all out. No problem, Andre. No problem. Other than that, people, I hope you like what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of jiggity jog. Share it out. But most of all, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.